I still can't get enough of my view. I really can't.
And at the same time, he heard about a 747. And so I was okay, I'm on it. So he bought it for €1.
Really?
Really?
There's just not a lot of space.
No.
For such a big flying object. 747.
Closing is not always my best. No.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Raw on the Road and welcome to my crib. Do you fancy a quick tour? Of course you do. Okay, there's the bedroom. Nice size double bed. Down here we've got the bathroom, reception area, lovely jubbly, storage space, cupboards, etc. Down here we've got the kitchen area, and down here we have the loungeabout area with the all-important TV. But I confess, it's not mine. No, it's not. It's mine for one night only, and it cost me the princely sum of €116 with a buffet breakfast, a good buffet breakfast. How can you go wrong? That's like £100 sterling. How could you go wrong? But why am I here? Well, to be honest, it's all about the garden. It's all about the view. Outside that window there is something quite extraordinary. You ready to see? Let's do this. You ready for it? You ready for it? You ready? Boom! A 747 in my backyard. How's about that? Isn't that simply remarkable? Right, the Corendon Hotel in the shadow of Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. At 11 a.m, which is about 15 minutes away, I'll be taking a guided tour around there. It's cost me the princely sum of €3. That's right, and you don't have to stay in the hotel to have the tour. I cannot wait. Guys, hope you enjoy the video. I know I'm going to enjoy my day. Okay, to have a tour of the 747, you've got to buy a ticket. Meet at reception at 11 a.m. I've just gone down there and they said, no, make your way out and someone will come and see you at the plane itself, give me directions via the restaurant. So, yeah, let's take a walk across. Please just, that's the fella. Oh! Will I be the only person on this plane? I still cannot believe it's just parked here. Like, how did they get it here? Been here about 5 years, but we'll ask the guide. They'll know more. And the one good thing, when it's raining like this, I can get underneath it and I'm going to stay dry. I mean, it's remarkably good nick. I mean, that landing gear looks ready to use, doesn't it? Wow. So if you find yourself on a runway and the 747's coming towards you, a word of warning, you can't stand in between the wheels. No, because this is going to get you on your head. So, and I don't think there's enough room to lay down even. So yeah, be careful if you find yourself in front of a 747 rapidly approaching. So this 747 used to be part of the KLM fleet, coming to service 1988. So it used to have the KLM blue and white livery. Now it's called City of Bangkok, and it's a funny one because it was 1995 that I began my kind of adventures and traveling around that. And before that, I hadn't really been on much more than a package holiday in the mid-80s. And for one reason or the other, I was upgraded to first class and I didn't know it. And I walked on the aircraft and I got pointed to my seat. I was in seat 1A. No, I was in 1F. I was in 1F. And I remember thinking, my goodness, hasn't air travel changed? Look at the size of the seats, look at the food. And they kept offering me champagne and I kept saying no, because I couldn't afford to pay for it. And I went the entire way from Schiphol to Vancouver, Canada in first class without realising it. And it was only when I went to get off the plane and walk backwards down the fuselage that I could see all the people crammed in like sardines. And then it struck me that I'd actually travelled all the way to Vancouver first class without knowing it. And it must have been hilarious because I was constantly getting attention. Would you like more of this? Would you like more of that? And I kept saying no, 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 no. Not realising it was all free. I was just too scared. I had no money to pay for what they were offering me. So I doubt this is the same aircraft. There's an outside chance. It is a 747. It was with KLM and it was in service at the time. But a happy memory for me. Can't wait for this. Can't wait. Now, talk about quality. They've even got a lift. Okay, so the stairs are shut but the lift works. I think I'm still going to wait for somebody. So it's a padlock. I've not seen a padlock on a 747 before. Put the padlock back on. Do you need to give me a safety demonstration first?
No, the plane will not.
So this is Lewis. Hello, Lewis.
Hello.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
Lois.
Lois.
Yes.
Okay.
Lois Lane. Lois.
And she's my official guide, and I'm all by my lonesome.
Yeah. So we have a private tour today in the Boeing 747. Started flying on June 20, 1989.
89 was it?
89.
I keep saying 88. You put me straight. Okay.
No, 89, and flew for 29 years, 5 months, and a couple of days. And it was a KLM plane, as you can see.
Yeah, I do.
KLM decided to stop flying with the 747s because of the cost. The gas was quite expensive. It was all outdated. So they stopped flying with it. They're still using it for cargo, but not for passenger flights anymore.
Do you know how many 747s they had?
No, I'm not completely sure about that.
Yeah.
I do know that the first destination of this plane was Bangkok, and that the nickname is the City of Bangkok. Every 747 who made their first flight, they got a nickname of their first destination.
Okay.
So KLM decided to stop flying with it, and then they were okay. What are we gonna do with it? They had no idea, and at the same time, Mr. Corendon, he thought that he wanted a plane in the garden. The hotel opened in 2018, and he was like, okay, I have in my other hotel a cockpit suite. There is a 747.
I've seen. What hotel is that in? And please tell me.
Corendon New West.
Okay, not in this hotel, so I thought it might have been.
No, it's in the other hotel in Amsterdam New West.
And just to explain that, it's just a fantastic thing. It's a whole cockpit in a hotel room that sort of comes out the window and you can fly the plane yourself. Exactly. Incredible.
So he wanted something nice here as well, so it became the plane in the garden. First he wanted the 737 and make it a pancake restaurant, but making the plans it was okay, 737 pancake restaurant will not fit. And at the same time he heard about a 747. And so I was like, okay, I want it, so he bought it for €1.
Really?
Really? And then it made one last flight to Rome to get the Corendon paintings, the branding from Corendon. And then the transport process started from Schiphol to here. Took 3 days, borrowed land from farmers, shut on the highway for 20 minutes, and then it was here. But then there was a big problem. Normally they're transporting planes in pieces, so without the wings, without the tail, but this one they did all in one. So when they were at the entrance of the garden, we have there the roof of the swimming pool, and the wings didn't fit over the roof of the swimming pool, so they had to wiggle the plane. A big project. Then it was here, as you can see, no pancakes because COVID came, so pancake restaurants were other priorities. And now we're trying to figure out what we do. We're using it a lot for movies, video clips, and the tour you're in right now. Here we have the office of the purser.
Now, do you know, I can never recall seeing that on a 747, so that's quite amazing.
Yeah, they used it for the communication with the cockpit and the pilots. Nowadays, they're using tablets.
Yes.
So here we have the big kitchen, water tanks.
It's in amazingly good condition, isn't it? It's like it's ready to fly.
Yeah, it's amazing. Here we have the business class. One of the business classes, we have two. One is upstairs.
So I've been reminiscing, and if this was the same KLM, and it most definitely wasn't, but probably could have been, that was where I was sat. That seat there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, great memories to me. I'm only reminiscing, it's only memories, but and the seat configuration was different. They weren't quite as big as this. But I have never been upstairs in a 747, so this is going to be a treat.
Now the second business class is upstairs, but before 89, when they flew with the 747, it was a lounge. A bar, but now it's not a bar or a lounge.
Oh, how did I miss that? Wow. It doesn't look like it was like flown yesterday. Incredible.
You can have a look in the cockpit.
Thank you.
Please do not touch the buttons or the sign.
Okay, my chance to fly a 747. There's just not a lot of space for such a big flying object.
Yeah, if you look into behind you, there is a restroom.
Wow.
Sleeping room. Be careful.
Wow.
For the pilot, there's one downstairs as well.
That is just tiny, isn't it?
It's really tiny.
I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but wow, that is just like you couldn't be my size, burly. And there's another amazing thing, you can't really see out the windows.
No, it's quite difficult.
I'll take a seat.
If you, yeah, you can take a seat, of course.
Whoa. Now this does look actually very, very dated.
Yes.
That does look very 70s, 60s kind of thing, Cold War.
Yeah, and it's still mechanical, so if you would move the steering wheels, something on the wings will still move.
Hence, you don't want me
That's why
to.
we're also asked not to
Right, yeah.
use it.
Yeah, I'd hate to retract the landing gear for you or something like that. I suppose in another sense, compared to Airbuses, which I sat in one recently, it looks relatively simple. That kind of reminds me of an old-fashioned till you used to see in a supermarket in the 70s. Goodness me, they're just Bakelite, just amazing, and I'm still staggered that there's so little, like my hand is the view space.
We're going to the black box.
Sorry?
We're going to the black box.
Show me.
In the end of the plane.
Show me. If I can get out again.
Yeah, be good. Is that your phone, sir?
Yeah, it is, thank you. I'm still taken aback by how little room they had to sleep in. Staff sleeping quarters were downstairs, yeah?
Yeah, I will also, before we're leaving, I will show you the staff bedroom. There's this. We're going to the black box. I also call it the box with all the secrets. In case of emergency, they can...
Yeah, thankfully it's not used that often.
No. The voice recorder, the data recorder. If you're gonna stand here, turn around and look up, you will see it. You have to look for something orange.
Wow. Yeah. How much of the aircraft just sits there empty? Can we get onto the luggage hold?
No, you cannot go to the luggage
No.
store.
You don't realise how much airplane is actually empty up there.
Yeah. That's why if we're gonna still make it like a restaurant or anything else, then probably we were gonna use the entire space. So the ceiling now will get removed and then...
Yeah. You think this will remain intact, or you think the plans will be, come to fruition?
I think there will be plans for in the future, but it will not going to be a pancake restaurant anymore.
Okay.
And what we are going to do with it is not...
So these plans were in place prior to COVID then? This was pretty much destined to be stripped out?
Yes. If you're gonna stand here,
Okay.
you can stand on the stairs and have a look.
Oh, so this is the staff sleeping quarters, yeah?
Exactly, cabin crew.
Okay,
rest
thank you.
area.
Wow.
Also, really fine.
Jeez. Oh, look. So you have former pilots that come on and they just reminisce.
Pilots, and then they have all the memories here, or former cabin attendants.
And idiots like me that said I flew a 747 that was a KLM, that might have been this one, but probably wasn't.
No, they are really sure that it was this one. And then I always ask them to tell them one nice story
Yeah.
about the plane, what they had. And that's also why I knew that upstairs there was a lounge instead of the chairs, because
Right.
it was also outside.
Okay. So you're learning on the job as well then?
Exactly. I'm always asking one nice story so I can use it in my tours.
And have you ever flown in the 747 yourself?
No, I never did.
You got a really cool job.
I have a really cool job. It really is.
Pronounce your name for me.
My name is Lace.
That was, I can't quite, I want to say Lewis, but that was really,
It's also fine.
I really appreciate it. It's been absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been great.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed it.
747.
Closing is not always my best. No.
Yeah, you've got to keep it airtight, otherwise it could have an accident.
I'm already doing it.
And just to reiterate, I did offer to help you and you said no, and you definitely don't want me to give a push or a pull.
And it's not about pushing, it's about a
Technique.
specific turning technique. And sometimes it's a lucky shot, and sometimes I'm doing it 4 times.
I feel so,
And always in the rain.
I feel so ungentlemanly watching you struggle.
No problem.
What an absolute diamond. Thank you, Lois. That was brilliant. She's a guest relations officer here at the hotel. She was telling me this might be her last ever tour of the aircraft because she's being moved across to do something a little bit different. Really appreciate the time. So ready to people so easily work on camera. She was absolutely fantastic. That was worth every penny, and every penny was the pricely sum of €3. How could you go wrong? I mean, seriously, how could you go wrong? First time I'd ever been upstairs in a 747, and I think only the second time I've ever set foot in one. Now I'm going to go find another part of this hotel that has a viewing area and a cafe, and if it wasn't for the weather, I'm pretty certain I can see most of the runway and all the action that's going on. We'll see what it looks like when we get there, but for now I'm still absolutely buzzing. One happy bunny here, one really happy bunny. I still can't get enough of my view. I really can't. You know what, everyone at this hotel has been so nice, they really have. I know it's their job, but you really get the impression they've gone above and beyond. I just asked about the Sky Bar. It doesn't open until 3 p.m. unfortunately. But guess what? Would you like a tour? We could show you around. Maybe you could go up there, we could arrange that for you. I'm afraid there'd be no drinks, but you're more than welcome if you want to go up and have a little look around. I mean, how nice is that, really? You can't beat that. That's really nice. So Sky Bar, here we come. Oh wow, oh my goodness, what a view. That is cool, that is cool. And I have this bar all to myself. Just doesn't get any better, does it? What a day, what a day. Oh, what a lovely bar, what a lovely bar. Skipple, like you've never seen it before. Do I dare go out here? I don't want to be stuck out here. We're going to take a punt and I'll get back in, okay? So, back out in the rain. Gives you some idea of the size of that thing. And the camera will never do it any justice, obviously, never does. Now what a view for aircraft spotting. This is really some cool hotel. Summertime, this must be an absolute treat. There's a British Airways taking off there. So currently taking off from right to left. It's a shame because there is a runway there, and flights coming directly towards me will be a real treat. Straight into the clouds. Yeah, visibility is pretty poor, but where else will you get a view of an airport like that? Something else, it really is. Now that's brought back some memories. Did you see my Greek disaster video? My night spent in a storm in the rain, sleeping one of those on the floor of an outdoor restaurant, just like this. Okay, let's go back up. Here she goes, straight into the clouds. Look what it is. You don't see many of them. 747. Gone. I say this way too often, but this is one place I am definitely coming back to. Opens at 3 o'clock. We're in November, so maybe in the summertime it opens earlier. But what a spot this will be in the middle of summer. Can you imagine when it's getting dark at 10 o'clock at night, you have that backdrop there as your view, and a fantastic punchy looking bar like this. I'm so taken with this. I could stay here for days on end, I kid you not. I really do fancy popping across in spring or summer and doing something live, a Big Jet TV type production from the airport flight radar on explaining what flights are taking off and what are landing. Because it's absolutely breathtaking up here, and the fact you can have a drink, a bite to eat, real cozy environment and friendly people. My goodness, I've never come across better hotel staff, I really haven't. So one last look down at that 747. A nice gaze across the airport there, because believe it or not, I have to fly. I kid you not, I need to get on a bus, shuttle bus back to the airport and jump on a flight. This has been well worth it, so rewarding. I will be back on a summer's day. If you're a plane spotter, this is your Shangri-La, it really is. We even have a number 2, the prisoner chair. Monday, piano bar, restaurant, Sky Bar 747, the business. Gonna miss this, but I'll be back for some more.